Ever since I was a kid, I knew that my life was not going to be normal. Honestly, I knew that there was a path that I was going to take that would be different than everyone else that was around me. Growing up, I went to a science school, Langston Aerospace Magnet School. The school taught me a lot of things. This is a school that was the catalyst for my imagination thriving and growing beyond what I could possibly fathom. Many years at this school, I was fascinated by science. I was fascinated by astrology, astronomy, just anything dealing with the universe, dealing with God. This leads me to something that I would like to talk about, something we should discuss. This is taking the long road. Taking the long road isn't the easy road, but as long as you have faith and as long as you believe, that long road will yield results that you could never imagine. So in high school, middle school, junior high, a lot of my classmates would always talk about what it is that they wanted to be when they reached the age of being an adult. A lot of them said that they wanted to be doctors. A lot of them said they wanted to be lawyers. A lot of them said that they wanted to be chemists, accountants. Some of them wanted to do theater, but not many really pursued that as an actual career. Some did, and I'm definitely very, very proud of them. I was one of the very few in my class that decided to pursue a career in arts. All through high school, man, I was in East, I was in broadcasting, I worked with ESPN in my senior year of high school. I was in band, I was in basketball. But the thing that really had my heart the most was band and broadcasting and East. These classes allowed me to exercise my creativity in different ways, but I believe that these classes helped me become who I am today. Each one of my teachers nurtured the gift that was inside of me, that is inside of me, and it has become what it is today. And a lot of these gifts that I have now has allowed me to meet celebrities. I will say that, which is pretty cool because these celebrities that I've met were at the top of their industry, whether it be acting or whether it be in music, something in a creative field. We all know that the creative field, it takes a while to really get to where it is that you want to be in your space because it's ebbs and flows, right? Thinking about the corporate side of things. In corporate life, which I did for a while, you start from one point and you just go up a ladder, right? You go up a ladder, you work as an entry level in your position, and then eventually you're going to either be a vice president, you're going to be a president, you're going to be a CEO, a CFO, a COO. So many executive titles that you have to go through. But in the creative world, you can literally paint your canvas how you'd like to paint your canvas. And that's something that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to paint my own canvas. If God is a masterful creator, created this universe that we're in right now, this earth, created everything around it that coincides with it, why can't I do the same thing? If God can create all of these things that are around us, all of this beauty, why can't I do the same thing? This was the question that was always in my head. Do I have to go this route that everyone is going? No, I don't, because God gave us the gift and the power of imagination, right? God gave us this gift, and I've always vowed to use my imagination while I have it. I've always vowed to use the gift of creativity while I have it. And this is what leads me to talking about taking the long road. I was watching a video on TikTok by Deontay. Deontay. I believe his name is Deontay Hitchcock. Eggs and Grits podcast. This man was giving game about taking the long road. You know, there's been people that have offered him money for his podcast, and he could be set right now. He could be retired for life, but he realized that the platform that he has built is a platform that is actually changing people's lives. He has the power to change people's lives. The people that come on the platform with him has the power to change lives. So why give all of that up for millions of dollars when this can be something that you can literally scale and then eventually give to your children? You know what I mean? And when he talks about taking the long road, he says, yeah, everyone goes on this wide path, but when you take the long road, you are going on the narrow path. You're going on a path that no one else around you has decided to take. And this is a path that I have decided to take. I've decided to take the long road. I know for a fact that it's not going to be easy. Anything worth having is not going to be easy. You're going to struggle whether you're on the corporate side of the world or you're going to struggle if you're on the creative entrepreneur side of the world. But to me, it seems like the creative entrepreneur side has a lot more flexibility. Make your own schedule. You know what I mean? That's beautiful. Be able to make your own schedule. Hey, can you take off this week? Yeah, I can take off this week. I make my own schedule. Versus me working a corporate job, I had to accrue PTO. Paid time off. I didn't like that. It didn't sit well with me. It didn't sit well with me at all. So I decided to take that leap. And I am taking the long road. I know that this path will yield great results. I just have to continue to travel along this road. Every great person in this world that has created wealth and created the life of their dreams decided to take the path that no one else was taking. So I ask you this question. What path are you going to take? Are you going to allow someone to forge the path for you, or are you going to forge the path yourself? God gives us visions. God gives us dreams. You know, people always say, how do you know that's what God wants you to do? Well, everything in my life has been leading towards being a creative entrepreneur. And I have no doubt that this is going to work. I hear a lot of successful people say, you have to be delusional. You have to be delusional, because when you see the vision, when you see the road, when you see this path that you are supposed to take, other people might not see that. They might not see the vision. Everybody's not meant to understand the vision that God gives you, because God gave you the vision. He gave you the vision. He's going to guide you along this road. He's going to guide you along this path. It's up to you to step onto the pavement, to the grass, and walk that path that God has for you, man. So I just wanted to talk about this today. I didn't write a script. I didn't write anything. I just saw the video. I wrote down, take the long road. And it really resonated with me because I am in this position of taking the long road. I'm not taking the standard route. Yeah, I have a college degree. I do. I have it. But I'm using it in a way that I'd like to use it. I'm not using it on the other road, man. So at the end of it, life has ebbs and flows. Life has ups and downs. You are the painter on this canvas. How do you want to paint it? Because either way it goes, if you spend your life in corporate or spend your life doing what it is that you like to do, and you might like the corporate lifestyle. You might love the corporate lifestyle, and that is great. That is your road, okay? You might come from a family full of entrepreneurs and be like, yo, I want to go the corporate route. You feel me? So, hey, I really just wanted to get on here and just have a conversation. And I hope that this conversation was able to make you think. I hope that this conversation was able to bless you in some sort of way. That's all I ask. That's all I ask, man. I'm just a vessel of light, a vessel of God, spreading joy and spreading peace. So if this resonated with you, man, just go ahead and give your boy a subscribe, you know what I mean, and just follow along on a journey with me, man, because this is a beautiful journey, and I want to just document it all. This is the first week of the year, and I'm excited. 2026 has a lot in store for us. I know everyone says that every year, but man, I just feel, that with taking this leap of faith, it's all going to work out. And whatever dream that you have, whatever vision that God has given to you, I pray that your dream comes into fruition. I pray that you get everything that God has for you, and that when it comes to the end of this life, you'll say, hey, God, I've given it everything that I possibly could have given. This is my message for the day. This is the conversation. Look, if you feel like you've been taking the long road for a long time, and you have taken the long road, because some of you that are watching this video might be older than me. Some of you might be younger. Some of you might be older, but the ones that are watching this and you're older than me, please, let's have a conversation in the comments. I would love to see what your life has been like throughout your years of life, and what kind of information and stories do you have, not only for me, but for other people watching this video. Much love, peace, prosperity, and joy.